Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, where I'm looking like crazy. The coffee's hot, the bikes are sometimes in pieces, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. It is awesome to be here, guys. 1 second, let me get my microphone. There it is. Up here and ready to go. Jay Wild, what is happening? Mike Romines, anyway. Dave Brayman, who's the Islander? Jay Wild again. So stoked that you got your bike all back together. Can't wait to see you in a couple weeks or a week and a half. Zach Farcash, Scott Copeland. It is great to see you guys. There's my mom, Suzanne Spradling. Everybody say hi to my mom, or she's coming after you. I'm going to whip your butt. She'll do it. Trust me. Oh, yeah, and happy birthday to my son, Thomas, who turned 18 today. I can't believe it because I am still in my 30s. I don't know how that happened. But super psyched for him. He's a man now. Actually, the first email that my wife got was this morning, like checking work emails, was that we no longer have access to his medical records, and he has to set up his own portal and all this stuff. So it's like, whoa. Stack Smasher, what's happening? Notification crew checking in. Nice. 5280 James, what's up, Dev? Let's effing go, man. Go hit some trails. It is raining here, which is crazy. Dirt bike rider Levi, what's going down, my man? It's raining. It has been raining like crazy here recently. Has been making the dirt very, very good, actually. It's also been making it muddy at times, so you got to be careful. But like right now, the rain that's coming down should make it really good. Josh Hartler Rage, what's happening, my man? And Hartler, thank you for saying good morning to me, but you might want to say good morning to my mom, or she's going to smack you in the face. We've got a whole bunch of people watching. Not that many thumbs up, so go ahead and hit the thumbs up. You got to back out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and come back into the chat. Doc Witted, what's happening? Great to be here, guys. Today we are talking about dirt bikes, obviously, but also the fact that we are locked in on our Baja trip and our Himalayan trip. Super stoked about that, guys. So ask questions about that, or ask normal questions, just mechanical questions, anything. But Baja, we are going to the Baja Oasis. It's just south of Mexicali, which is in the way northern part of Baja, so not really on the peninsula. It's just across the border in the U.S., right on the Colorado River. And it's awesome. Our good friend Justin Strong owns the place, and he is putting together some really cool rides for us. We've got 2 rides for sure planned, and then obviously some time off planned, plus some river time, because the Colorado River right there is giant and like a lake, so they've got ski boats and all kinds of cool stuff. And that trip is just a book your own deal, show up and hang out with us. There's no cost involved other than, you got to get yourself there and whatever. But there's no, pay us for a guide or any of that stuff that I know of. I talked to Justin. So, we're just going riding. So, Justin is inviting a whole bunch of famous dirt bikers. So, like, there might be some really cool guy racers that show up, which would be super fun. Pretty excited about that. So you can just go to, I think it's just BajaOasis.com or Baja-Oasis.com. I don't know. We just type in Baja Oasis to the Googles or hunt it down on our posts on Facebook and Instagram and book a room. And we are going to be there February 17th through the 21st. That is a Monday through Friday. We're going to be, hold on, stop that. There we go. We're going to, when I do that with my hand, I'm turning my motion camera off because sometimes I turn it on because I talk with my hands so much. We're going to be driving down and getting there on the 21st, so it's about 1,000 miles from here. It takes about, you can do it all in a day. It's slow miles is the problem. It's not like just hammered down. A lot of it's interstate, but then you got a lot of slow stuff too. So we'll probably hammer down to Yuma in day 1, stop there, and then go across the next day on the 21st. So we'll probably leave the 20th, which is that Sunday. We might leave Saturday. Anyway, we can caravan if you guys want to talk to me about it. We'll figure it out. Puxley P. I don't know who you are, but awesome. Scott Schwager coming in. I knew you were coming in. Dude, Scott, you're going to hate the fact that I've got something right here that I can't show you. It's for a front wheel now. So still can't talk about the rear wheel stuff, but it's happening. Anyway, so yeah, February 17th through the 21st, we're going to be in Baja, Mexico, northern Baja, Mexico. The 2 trips we have planned, like 2 rides we have planned, one is out to a hot springs / oasis, just out in the middle of freaking nowhere out there. You just ride a really long way out to this thing, and it's, like I said, hot spring, whatever. And then we have another trip, more, that's like single track, hard, like cool guy, whatever, washes and things like that. More of like a Baja dirt bike experience. And then there's another one where we go to, I believe, a volcano. Yeah, like an old extinct volcano, and that's more like dirt roads and stuff, but also eating rad food the whole way. So seriously going to be good. Rich Noble, what's happening? James Burr, Michael Van de Sluice, Sander Sandwiches. Here we go. Sandusky Sandwiches is here. Psyched. I cannot wait for the questions. Smiley Hansen is going to be in Baja with us, so that's going to be awesome. He's famous because he's awesome. He's from Paso Robles. So yeah, Baja is going to be rad, guys. Cannot wait. The Nepal trip, dates are locked in April 6th through the 18th of 2025. And the cost is going to be $5,500. That is all included except your flight to Kathmandu. So you got to get yourself to Kathmandu, and then it's $5,500. That includes bike, guides, permits, food, lodging, everything, right? No alcoholic drinks, that you got to buy that yourself. Any, like, souvenirs or whatever you want to buy. So every state of food, what would Colorado be? Sander Sandwiches. If every state was a food, what would Colorado be? That's a great question. I'm trying to think of some hippie. Granola. It would be granola. Yeah, 100% granola. Stop it. This thing keeps doing its thing. Seth Salisbury, what's happening, man? You should definitely make Baja. It's going to be awesome. The Shane Gibson, what's happening? Taylor Atwell coming in from Omaha, Nebraska. So, yeah. April 6th through the 18th. Nepal, Himalayas, holy crap, we're doing it. I can't believe that this Ride the World thing is actually happening. Cannot freaking wait. I'm blown away, honestly. By the way, huge thank you to all of you who watch these videos. Massive extra super thank you for all the members. A lot of you guys are on here. If you guys are watching the live chat, the little circle yellow thing next to their name means they're members, which means that they are financial supporters of the channel every month. They have a deal. It depends on what level they choose. But yeah, and I am mucho thankful for that. It really makes a big difference. And yeah, it's rad. So yeah, Jay Wild says hit that thumb up. Let's see. Since I love them, Reuben Sandwiches originated in Omaha in 1925. Supposedly, nice, Taylor Atwell, right on. What's the story of the small bike hanging in your shop, Zach Davis? That's a great story. I'll tell that here in a second. Yeah, Iowa corn, 100%. Sander has one more. Well, I'm sure he's got lots more questions, but your 5-year-old self is suddenly occupying your current body. What is the first thing they do? 5-year-old self. My mom would probably answer this better than me. 5-year-old self learned how to ski. I think I learned how to ride a bicycle. I probably learned how to ride a bicycle before that. What would my 5-year-old self do? Probably just run around outside. I did a lot of that. I did a lot of just run around outside. Yeah. So you can't see it, but here, watch this. Let me see if I can figure this out. I'll show you guys what he's talking about. There we go. So that little guy right up there, that is an Indian 50 that a friend of mine purchased, or not purchased, got when he was a little kid. He's in his 50s now, and he got that as a little kid. His dad, actually, I wish I could show it to you closer. That thing is super custom. Custom frame, custom forks, custom hand-hammered tank. No front brake. It's just a spindle front end. The kid was super, super fast as a little kid out racing in the desert of California. And he was out riding all the 50s, but he was still in the 50 class and small enough. So his dad built him that thing, and he ended up winning a ton of races on it. He's actually showed me news articles of him beating Chad McQueen, which is Steve McQueen's kid. They were good friends with the McQueens back when Steve was still alive, and because they lived in the same area, Venice-ish, California. And anyway, super rad. Well, it got stolen a million years ago. I mean, he was an adult, but it got stolen. So he lost it. He looked and looked and looked and looked and found it, amazingly enough. Got it back, but it was locked up, missing the top triple clamp, a couple other things. So he brought it to me right after I opened, back in like 07 or 08. Said, hey, can we get this running? I checked it out. I mean, with enough money, anything's possible. But, it was like, dude, I don't know where you can't get parts for these things. I don't know where to find this. I don't know where to find that, whatever. Because so much of it's custom. Like the chassis stuff, it's just like unobtainium. We'd have to have it made. And so I was like, I don't know if it's really worth it. And I'm probably not your guy because that's not my thing. He's like, okay. And that is literally the last I heard of him. And it's been here ever since. I've contacted him. I've sent him messages. I've actually talked to other people that know him. I guess he doesn't want it. I don't know. But there it is. Gabe McNeese, I have your 50. I will never, ever, ever sell it. I will never give it away. Nothing. If you want it, it is always yours because I get it. Let's see. My mom says exploring the neighborhood, getting lost. That's exactly what I would have done at 5. What size sprocket should I go with on my 300 XCW if I do a good amount of riding on street and some trails? Well, I would probably go, honestly, I don't know what year XCW, but like most years, I would go with, if you do some street stuff, I would do like a 1448, because first gear on the older style would definitely be plenty low, because first gear was super low on the old bikes. On the newer bikes, it's not quite as low, but like they still work pretty good, and like they come with 1345, 30, yeah, something like that. So anyway, yeah, I would do. Let's try 1448. I bet you'd be good. 52A James says 5-year-old self will be buying all the toys and candy I can get my hand. Oh yeah, if you had like your current bank account, that'd be awesome. Taylor Atlas still has his 1981 Z50. Yes, and yeah, don't let the kids touch it. If over time you start to replace every part on a motorcycle, what point does it stop being the same motorcycle? That's a freaking great question because actually that's a great question for what we're doing with that YZ250. Got some serious stuff done to it last night because people keep asking me what year it is and all this stuff. And like, honestly, we've replaced freaking everything on it. So, I mean, the cases are different. The swing arm's off of a different bike. The cylinder's been replated. I mean, the forks are off of different stuff. So, to me, it's probably not anything. I don't know. It's a 2013. I guess the VIN says it's a 2013 YZ250. But that's a good question, Sander. And I don't know if it's not the same bike. I guess, I don't know. I think I just had a philosophical response to that. Like, if it's your bike and you're replacing it, maybe it never becomes not the same bike because you've loved it and worked it into what it is. So maybe never. Kenneth Keller, look, there's your bike. In lots of pieces. We're getting her together. Let's see. Imogene Pass on the 09 KTM 300 was awesome the other day. Nice, right on. Imogene Pass is always awesome. It's closed right now. Mudslide. Maybe they got it open back up. Any code to enter, or should I reference Highland Cycles when making reservations at Baja Oasis? There is no code. I would reference us, mainly just so Justin knows that you're coming with us. Like, maybe he'll keep us together if there is a together. I don't even know what the place looks like exactly. Maybe Justin Hansen could chime in. But no codes, unfortunately, no discounts or anything like that, because like I said, we're not paying. The discount will be that we get a whole bunch of cool stuff that we're not paying for. Would you rather pee every time you laugh or shart every time you sneeze? Pee. I don't want poo in my pants. So, and I mean, I laugh a lot, but that's okay. I'll pee. I raced the Baja 1000 without a catheter. I peed my pants a whole bunch. It was fine. 52A James says, I'm a Gene is open now. Nice. Big Chuck races the 24-hour gut buster in November. Any advice or words of wisdom? Big Chuck, the only advice I have, because I did race that solo and got my ass handed to me because I raced my 650 and I got stuck in a mud hole for a really long time, and it ruined me physically trying to get it out, would be to try and take a bike that you know you can get through all kinds of weather and whatever, because it seems like it always rains at that thing. And also just go easy at the start. It's 24 hours. I went a little too hard and had my issues. And so, super, super easy at the beginning. The Pankot Palace in Nepal. I don't know what that is, Kenneth, but I'm sure it's gross and, yeah, probably. Jay Wild, so are you riding tonight? I am not riding tonight because why do we get a thumbs down? Someone throws a thumbs down. So ridiculous. Why do you even watch? If you're going to give a thumbs down, why do you even watch? Sorry. It's just weird. No, I'm not riding tonight because it's my kid's birthday. You already knew that. But he wants to do dinner at his grandparents' house and just hang out. So that's what we're doing. So no riding tonight. And then after I get done with that, I got to put his bike back together. So there's lots of things happening. And then hopefully a little more work on the YZ250. I got a couple more parts I hope showing up today. Really hope. So, excited about that. Marshall Gonzo Polson, 40 or 50 to 1 stock 09 300 EXC. Honestly, dude, it doesn't matter. But I use 40 to 1. It doesn't really like that. The difference between 40 and 50 to 1 is such a tiny difference. I mean, such a tiny difference. Dustin Dillon coming in from Oklahoma City. I like it. My parents are there too. Welcome. How is Oklahoma City today? Is it hot still? I don't know. What funny saying would be written on your tombstone to describe the life you lived? That's a good one. There you go. Do numeric count or the thumbs in. Oh, look, the thumbs down went away. I bet it was an accident. Oh no, there it came back. Funny saying, I don't know, man. The first one that came to me was holy, bad word, but with like exclamation points or whatnot, or things so you don't actually say it, just because, like, really, look at this life I've led. I'm blown away and holy crap. Someone else probably come up with a better one, but yeah. Ooh, more thumbs down. Look at that. So many thumbs down. I love it. You guys are ridiculous. Whoever's watching and giving me thumbs down is funny. The fact that they waste their time and energy. That's okay, though, because actually, even a thumbs down is good for the algorithm and for me. So go ahead and hit everything. Bud Woodard, if you're heading to Baja, yes. That race is expensive. Oh, I'm not going to race 1,000, Bud. Not this year. I raced last year. No, this year we are just going to hang out in Mexicali or south of Mexicali in Baja and ride dirt bikes. So yeah. Slavens is lurking on the chat. Feels great there. Good, Dustin. He's talking about Oklahoma City. That's good. Indiana Jones and Temple. Oh, there you go, Kenneth. Got it right on. Refilled with 50 to 1 and Telluride. Overheated on the way back up. I am a Gene about halfway. Needed a fan, but thought going 50 to 1 was the cause. I don't think so. 50 to 1, if anything, would actually make it run a little cooler because that's actually richer. It's more gas than oil, it's more gas than oil, obviously. It's more gas than 40 to 1 per volume of fluid. So theoretically, that would actually make it run cooler. 40 to 1 would be worse. Dave Raymond, everybody duck. I love it. When is the ride starts going to be? The ride is September 7th. The Death March is September 7th. Way less organized than years past, but we're going to go out and suffer. It's going to be good. So September 7th, probably going to leave camp around 7:38. A little bit relaxed. We're not going to go quite as hard on the Death March this year. Next year will be my 50th, and it's going to be ugly. So if you want the worst, nastiest Death March ever, 50th, which is next year. I would love if Slavens would just join in and like laugh with us. Would be fun, wouldn't it? But Jeff just has no sense of humor. Having a hard time deciding on 350 versus 500 501 for city use as well as playing in the forest. How much more work is the 500 on the tight stuff? Looking for anything lighter than my GS. Ha! Dev, if you've got a GS, you could buy an XR 650 and it's going to feel lighter. I would go with the 500. It's a more versatile bike. The 350 is amazing. Definitely better in the woods and the tight stuff. But honestly, the weight difference between the two is like, it's negligible. Someone probably knows. It's probably like a pound or something like that. It's going to feel heavier because it's a little bit bigger motor, rotating, blah, 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 blah. All the physics behind that. But I personally, if that were my decision, I'd buy the 500 or 501, whatever. Richard T. Manning, thumbs down, must like your haircut. Better bring back the hat. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's because I ran out of the house super late because I was making my kid a breakfast burrito for his birthday. So, and I just ran out of here to get on time. How many kicks to start the YZ? I'm going to say 6, JWoww. Ooh, that's a good. We should. Oh, okay. I'm going to have that gamble. We're going to have that gamble. When I get a little bit closer, I'm going to post it on Facebook, and we're going to have that gamble, and there'll be some rad prize for it. Terry Webb, what's happening? Coming in from the AZ. What's going on? Keith McQueen, hella get off the other day. Sortal? No, I'm not anymore. I was for a couple days. I landed on my head pretty hard on that. Like, it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but dude, that was gnarly. That honestly, like, the video does no justice to that get off. That was nasty. Oh, my lid's closed. There we go. Also, I made these. This one doesn't have it because I never did get one for myself. I had these made, these Yeti mugs with our logo on them. Would you guys be interested in doing that again? I sold them. I had a few. We did like a pre-order and sold them. And I don't know. These things are. It's my favorite coffee mug period ever. It locks up so you can actually keep it super, super hot. It's rad. What item purchased together would get you strange looks? It's hard at the grocery store and parts store for bikes. What purchased together? I don't know. That's a good one. If someone else answers that question, I'll think about it. That's a purchased together would I don't know. That's a good one. So hey man, do you think a 6500 custom valve compares to cone valve forks? Is it worth the extra expense? Dustin, I do think custom valve 6500s are probably good enough over cone valves because they, like most of us, can't ride to the level of a cone valve. And the cone valve, to me, and this is just me, and maybe Terry can join in here because he's also a TBT guy down in Arizona. The cone valves are really better at really going fast and hammering. So they're not, I mean, they're fine in the really tough, rocky stuff also if you get them set up that way. But they're way more for going fast in my experience. So I would do the 6500s, and the money is a huge difference. So, there you go. ADV bike rider, consider a 450. I find them more fun to ride than the 500. Yeah, the 450 XCFW, the new one, is pretty rad. That's a good point, ADV. Next group ride local or ride I can come get on. So next ride local will be next Thursday night, for sure. And other than that, I'm not sure. I don't do, just so everybody knows, I don't do a whole lot of, there you go, Terry Webb. I think the 6500s are better and more tunable. I agree. They're a better, more versatile fork setup. They'll work in more situations. Cone valves are amazing if you're a top-level pro, absolutely hauling the nail. But other than that, I just don't see the need for the money. And then you got, like, if you really want to go Fast, you got to put a different cone in. If you really want to go with the slow stuff, the hard stuff, you got to put a different cone in. That's a whole thing. So yeah, I'm with him. 6,500. And then honestly, I'm trying to convert my other TBT people. The Dalsazio spheres are freaking incredible. Like, absolutely blow my mind incredible. So, there. Oh, God, stop doing that. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. There you go. ADV bike rider. Agreed. Cone valves seem better for faster, harder riders. I prefer the traditional mid-valve setup of the 6,500. For sure. And if you got a good tuner, like a TBT, suspension tuner, we can get you set up with 6,500s that are absolutely brilliant. Again, plug for Dalsazio. So cool. And you can tune the bladder, whatever. Yeah, they're amazing. Anyone know what Johnny's Walker next move is? Keith McQueen. I don't know, but I have a friend who's got his phone number and texted him yesterday or day before, right after all this stuff. I was like, hey, dude, find out what he's doing. And Johnny was keeping his cards super close to his chest, even to a friend. The friend is my buddy Rich Colon, who was working for me for a while Zach was gone. He was actually Johnny's mechanic when Johnny was in the U.S. riding Endurocross 2 years ago. So, like, factory level mechanic. Anyway, he knows Johnny really well, and Johnny wasn't saying nothing. So, yeah, kind of interesting. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because his last video, he said that he was jobless. The one before that, he was, vlog. He was talking about how he was getting ready to come to the States to race Endurocross, and he's a couple months out or whatever. And so I don't know if that's happening anymore. Interesting. Johnny says he's fitting windows for a living now. Is that true, ADV? It might be. But because there's probably a lot more money in that than there is in racing Endurocross and stuff and hard enduro. Like those guys. I mean, Manny probably makes a good living, and maybe Billy Bolt and all those guys. But like Johnny's like one tier down. Sorry, Johnny, if you watch this. But he's one tier down. I think he would agree with me on that. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, there's probably way more money. Yeah, British humor. Because, like, I don't know. I mean, seriously, though, the guy, I don't know. He's got to make money. Hopefully he gets a bike. And he's been riding really well. I'm not, like, taking anything away from Johnny. He's just not quite at that level of those, like, top 3 or 4. He's real close. Boom. Sanders Sandwich is coming in. Isn't a ravioli the same as a dumpling? I don't think so. I disagree. No. It is not. I think there's different kinds of dough there. I think it's different. And the shape obviously is different. What other guys? One more question, because I'm going to shut this thing down right at 8. And Sandra, I'm sorry I didn't answer the question about the purchased items together. I would say if you like, here's one. If you're in a power sports dealership and you buy a thumb throttle and I don't know, something cool. So like a thumb throttle and a 2-stroke exhaust pipe that doesn't fit a Banshee or something like that. Let's be honest. Yeah. What other? You guys got any more questions? Like I said, shutting this thing down in another minute and a half here because I got to go and get a lot of work done. And I want to go give my son one more hug before he starts this day of school. So, yeah. What else is going on? Again, no Thursday night ride night tonight for me. People will be riding that. So when I don't ride, that doesn't mean you shouldn't ride. If you're riding, if you're in an area where you can ride after work, go ride on Thursday nights. It's a thing. It's a movement. It's like Alice's Restaurant. You know, we got to get more people doing it. Yeah, so go ride. I just won't be there. Favorite items to get on Rock Mountain to get, what did he say? Over that free, Rocky Mountain to get you over that free shipping threshold. Dude, always oil and chemicals. If there's like a little something you need, get oil or chemicals of some sort because they never go bad and you'll always use them. Zach Farcash, Dave Bryman, ADV, talking thumb throttles, look up Radford Chug. Okay, I will. Does he ride thumb throttles on dirt bikes? Is he the guy like that? Because there's a hard enduro bad dude that's running them, which is crazy. The harder to use. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's crazy. I don't know how. Whatever. I don't know how you do that. Any difference between 2 and 4 stroke silencer packing? There is some difference, but like the reality is no. I mean, there is some difference like when you hold it in your hands, but I don't think so. So yeah. Right on, guys. It's 8 o'clock. Punk Rock Club. I love you guys more than I love everybody else. I got a boogie. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching all this stuff. I just love you so much. I hope you get out and spread the gospel 2 wheels. God bless each and every one of you. And I hope that what we're doing here is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!